Well, I'm privileged to have with here Edgar Brella, who owns New York Bagel Shop and coffee shop in Southwest Houston. And I've been coming here probably since I first moved here in 1984. And it's a fixture in the Houston community, and I tell people that they want to get good bagels in Houston because the misconception is you cannot get good bagels in Houston, but you can. And now I'd say that a lot of them are, even better in Southern New York. So, and we've talked for a long time about why that is, and I'll let you take it away from there as far as the preparation methods.
There are people that tell me that, Richard, over the years, that they live in New York, but they like our bagel better and they take them back. But the key is the right ingredients, good flour, right ingredients, the proper mixture, the proper handling of it, and the boiling of the bagel after they've already been formed and proofed and are ready to bake. Because, yeah, they get boiled. Water bagel get boiled.
And what is it about the boiling that actually makes it more advantageous, like in the long run?
Well, it's the recipe of the bagel. It gives boils a little of the starches out, gives the crust a little shine and a little chewiness on the inside, the dough.
And that's what I tell people it should be. It's like crispy on the outside.
Yeah,
then once you bite
chewy
into it,
on
you
the
got
inside.
That softer feeling.
That's us.
Yeah.
So that's the key, Richard, is the ingredients and the process, and no shortcuts.
Yeah. And I love the fact that in the back you have some of the machinery from the old bagel unions back in New York. So talk a little bit about the bagel unions, because I think a lot of people didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, it was a strong union back in the 50s and 60s. It was part of the ABC, which was, what did that stand for? American Bakers and Confectionery. And they were part of the AFL-CIO. And in order to get, one of these union positions with the Bagel Bakers Local 338, I think it was, you almost had to be, because they made very good wages, and it was a highly sought after union to be a bagel
This is all over
baker.
New York, right?
In New York,
Not
yeah.
Like all 5 bagels.
Oh yeah, it's all over New York, yeah. Wherever people had a bakery and they wanted bagels, so they would hire the bagel bakers, and you got into this union by being a member of the family or a close friend or maybe a wayward kid whose parents got a lot of bucks, and see if they can, convert you to the right way.
So what was your in to those unions?
Well, they had a disagreement. Oh, what was our end? Okay, I'm sorry. Well, the father of this place, my father-in-law, Eugene Chick Kornhaber, and his son, Jay. Jay's my partner, by the way. I'm not in this by myself. I married my wife and Jay are sister and brother, and their father was a member of the 338. How was he a member? Well, his sister married the union boss's son. And, this is after the war, and people are looking for jobs and this and that. So to be lucky enough,
Late 40s, early 50s.
50, yeah, right. To be able to get into a union like that where you're going to make a good wage, and you used to get paid by piecework, was very good. So anyhow, these guys saved up a lot of money, their wives worked, blah, blah, blah. In the meantime, the bagel forming machine and divider is invented, if you will. So the unions had disagreements and they never agreed. So all these bagel bakers went out to Long Island, up and down the coast, Baltimore, Washington, Philadelphia, you name it, Boston, and opened up their own bakeries. And our origin, of course, are from the bakeries in New York, when my father-in-law and his brother Bernie, he got in too. They were members of this union. When they, in fact, opened up a bakery in Philadelphia after this dispute and did very well. And then they opened another one, and then they opened one in Cherry Hill.
Which I guess leads to my next question, which is, how did this place end up in Houston?
Well, my father-in-law and Jay, my partner, Jay was he worked in the bakery, so that's what he did. Very smart, but formal education wasn't his deal. Well, he and my father-in-law went around the country. They went out to Denver. I'm not sure if they went as far as California, but San Antonio, all over. And they selected Houston because in let's see, we opened in 75, so I guess this was around 1973. There was no bagel bakery in Houston, and there was a good population. I've heard the number 60,000 Jewish people.
Yeah, because I know Meyerland had
Yeah.
been up and coming since the 60s, I think. but
This was, yeah.
Jewish population.
So our location was in kind of like the neighborhood, the ghetto, the Jewish ghetto here, you know. Because we got 5 or 6 temples surrounding us. Now there's more like, probably like 12. And back then, you know, that was, who knew bagel? And if you were going to do a bagel bakery back then you want to be in this neighborhood, and you better make a good product. Because most of these people, well, a lot, you know, there's a lot of natives, but a lot of them came from the north, northeast,
Yeah.
and they know
I mean,
bagel.
I was surprised coming back after I lived in New York for 7 years, and coming back, talking to people that I grew up with, I didn't realize how many of them actually came from New York. Either transplants down here who came to Houston either in the 60s or 70s and raised families here, a lot of
Yeah.
whom I knew.
A lot of them,
Yeah,
a lot of them.
most of them.
Yeah, a lot of them.
And then, I mean, the other thing is just the variety of bagels that you make here, one of which is fascinating. Now to get to some of the actual food, the rye bagel, we had a conversation about this, which I find it really hard to find in New York. And because I guess the presumption is if you're in New York, you're going to be eating rye bread. But one of my favorites is the rye bagel. And yeah, so.
You like that camel, that caraway
I
seed?
do. Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
Yep.
Not mine. I'm plain. I like plain bagel. That's my go-to, yeah. But I eat them all. Like now and then a bialy will come out of the oven, and I can't resist it. I'll go get 2, 3 butters and melt it on the bialy.
And
eat
for
it
the
like that.
uninitiated, talk about what a bialy is.
Well, originally bialy was made in bialy bakeries. They were separate bakery than bagel bakery. They didn't boil them.
Yeah, because
you
they
know.
still have Kosar's famous
They
bialy
still,
bakery on the
okay.
lower
They don't
side.
get boiled.
And, yeah.
So, but over the years, all these bagel bakers, we kind of bastardized it, if you will. With our bagel dough, we let it rise a little more, punch the center hole, and put onion and poppy, and then it just gets baked. It doesn't get boiled first. A little different texture.
So that you boil first and then bake?
The bagel,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And I know you also have this wonderful book, and you were pointing out one of your connections to the old, which page was it on? I forgot.
At 131, I believe,
131.
or 132.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, now this guy was a boss. He was with the, he knew the ropes from the. He was a bagel baker first, but he, you know, became a union boss.
And who was this again?
Benny Greenspan.
And your
His
personal-
son married my father-in-law's sister. Yeah, nice picture of him.
Yeah.
Nice testimonial at the, what was it, the Roosevelt Hotel. So, you know, that's
I mean,
just.
I guess in the 40-something years you've been here, I mean, what's been kind of the most rewarding thing about running this place? You've seen it, you know, seeing customer bases grow over the years, families come and go. What's been some of your favorite things?
Well, that's one. Yeah, you know, seeing you grow up. You know, like I grew. You know, your mother and father came here as young professionals in the medical center, medical field, and lived in this neighborhood for various reasons, obvious reasons. And so what was that, back in the late 70s or early 70s? And now, and so you're born, and then you're bringing in your kids, you know, and a lot of people like that second generation, a lot of their parents are still here.
Yeah. And that's why I tell people if you come here on a Sunday when it's packed, you could see at any one given time probably 4 generations of people simultaneously in the place.
Yeah,
You know, people
I like
variety
that.
of
That's
things.
what I enjoy. That's one of the main satisfactions. Another one, I had to write like a 2-sentence biography of myself for this class at U of H. A kid that grew up here, was is a professor at U of H, wanted his Jewish studies class to know about this place. So it was an interview, blah, blah, blah. But you had to write this biography. And probably one of the biggest ones, Richard, is I had mentioned that I've made a lot of nice friends, a lot of good friends, you know, here over the years. And I'm very proud of the quality, most time the service, you know, the cleanliness and the fair price of our product in the restaurant in there. But when kids come in, I like to give them a little bagel, the cocktail bagel.
Even when I was like 5 or 6 years old,
They're my most important friends.
Yeah.
Over the years, 20, 30,000 of kids that I've given out little bagels, and, you know, you figure it out, it's maybe under, I mean, maybe over that number, but they all kind of remember that.
Yep.
And
Oh,
I can
yeah.
see it in their eyes when they come in, you know, like, do I get
Just
a
for
bagel
old time's
today?
sake.
Do I get a bagel
I
today?
know I'm 37 years old.
Phone?
Maybe, like,
Yeah. Hey, I gotta get this. I'm on duty, and that's what I try to do: make myself available to customers. Can I pause for a little bit?
Please. Yeah. Yeah. So when last we left, we were talking about history of the place. I came here as a kid, got the little bagels, right? And you go after the kids. That's how you kind of build relationships with families in this area.
Get the kids addicted to those
Yeah,
little bagels,
exactly.
especially when they're small. Because when they're teething, those little bagels, they can hold them with their little hands and this and that, and I'm their friend for life. So now, you know, those people that were little kids in the 70s and 80s, they're back here with their kids. That's very neat.
And I would come in here when I went to college. I went to college at Duke, and I would come in here and I would never get, how you doing, you Dookie?
I try to get a little bit of knowledge of my customers because to me it's an extended family.
Yeah, which is quite a talent to do, especially if the customer base as large as you've built. It's like, how many customers, like, do you stay customers do you think you've had come in here over the years?
You know.
Give or take.
What's McDonald's up to in the billions of burgers?
Not what I was saying.
Yeah, no. Somewhere between 100 to that number.
That's great.
A lot of them.
It's a talent.
Yeah, a lot of them, a lot. Well, I enjoy it, Richard. I enjoy it. Everybody's got a story and a happy thing, a sad thing, you know.